Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy and every U.S. government department and its need for a mascot. Yes, a need for a mascot. So we have exactly 1 year, to the day. We have 1 year before the election, right? So Vivek Ramaswamy every single day has to be seizing the attention of the media. He has been failing to do this, and this is very disappointing, right? Every day I'm like, this is what you should do, Vivek, and he ain't doing it. And I have incredible sympathy for him. I understand why he's doing what he's doing. It's like, oh, I'd better run a good campaign and hit the pun, say the stump speech again, yeah, like we've done for 250 years in America. No. and I get it. Like, not everybody understands President Donald Trump changed politics forever. You have to entertain, you have to shock, you have to and you have to absolutely control the media. You have to grab the nose in its you have to grab the ring in its nose like a bull and just yank it to your eyeballs and say, all eyes on me. It's Britney Spears, like, all eyes on me, right? One other dude from the Fugees, I think. Yeah, so it's incredible, right? So basically, how does he get there? So one of the things he can do, right, is he can actually attach delight. He could attach delight to the presidency, and this is unthinkable right now for anyone, anybody but me, right now. No American is like, I could get delight from my president, and they're like, no, the president is a source of horrors, right? And the reason why would Americans think that? Well, because President Donald Trump came up, absolute vile monster human, right? Like, just the worst human, like, just a monster in human form. Just a terrible, horrible human being, right? Who doesn't belong anywhere near leadership, right? And then everybody's like, this is terrible. And then President Joseph Biden, well-meaning and a good, kind person, was like, hold my beer. Wait until you see the horrors I visit upon you, and show that after the worst Republican president in the history of the United States of America, Democrats can do far worse and mess up your life far, far worse. Can utterly destroy everything you thought was useful or meaningful, right? After this horrible, clawed-fanged monster human of a person, President Donald Trump became president. Joseph Biden's like, I can be way worse of a president than him, and he proved it. He put us on the brink of World War III, right? America's is dollars on the ground, not boots on the ground, in two separate wars, 100% because of the cowardice of Joseph Biden, right? And there are fools left and fools right who think that the two wars that America is in, dollars on the ground, billions of dollars on the ground, right, that they're not President Joseph Biden's fault. They are 100%. American cowardice means international violence, period. End of sentence, right? And under President Trump, there was no American cowardice. He was ready to go. He's like, I got a bright, shiny military over there. I will take it to you. He was like, yes, you will catch some. We're like, and tin pot dictators all over the world, like, we ain't gonna sling international violence because we know we'll get wrecked. Now under President Donald Trump, and now under President Biden, it's like, hey, every villain in the world, you're on the clock. Get your evil out now, right? And every tin pot dictator, every world villain is like, yeah, let's get it done. Let's get it done. We're on a clock. Let's get to work, right? And they're working, right? Like, absolute horrible groups. Vladimir Putin, just terrible human being, murdering left and right. Like, it's terrible. There's terrible American cowardice translates immediately to international violence, right? And that's exactly what's happened under President Biden. All right. So what can Vivek Ramaswamy do to 100% reverse all of this and make everything and fix everything? Departments for mascots for every single U.S. government department. A mascot for the Department of Justice. A mascot for the Department of Energy. A mascot for the Department of Education. Well, actually, not that one, because Vivek Ramaswamy is going to get rid of that one, which is great. I'm fine with that, right? Like, and then a mascot for the Department of Homeland, right? Now, why would we do this? Well, the reason we would do this is a television show which I am recommending to you, Rhys Darby in Japan. So Rhys Darby is an incredible actor. You may have seen him in the Jumanji films. He played the pilot in the Jack Black, Amy Pond, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think her name is Karen. I don't remember her name. She was the companion on Doctor Who. Very skilled actress as well. She was in Gunpowder Milkshake, which I couldn't finish. It was not good. But she's a very talented actress who I think chooses projects poorly. But the reality is, Rhys Darby is incredible. So I first discovered him on Flight of the Conchord, and then he was on my favorite animated show ever, which was Voltron: Legendary Defender. He did a tremendous job voicing one of the characters there. And then Rhys Darby was in both Jumanji movies, which I think made close to $1 billion or over $1 billion each. Worked with Awkwafina in those. He has done a stupendous job of just being a delightful, wonderful human being. He has a storied career. He's done extremely well, and he just did a show. It's on Amazon Freevee called Rhys Darby in Japan. And it's like everything I love. It's like my favorite human being in the celebrity culture, next to Ryan Gosling, going to my favorite country. And it's just such an amazing. And in there, they talked about Kumamon. And Kumamon is exactly what I'm proposing. He is the mascot for Kumamoto, which is a prefecture in Japan. And he has made them, in 10 years, he has made them $1.5 billion, right? And attached goodwill to the government, right? And so I think mascots could be used to communicate incredibly complex issues quickly, right? And effectively. And I think Vivek Ramaswamy can come forward and say that, say week 1, when I come in, we will establish mascots for every single U.S. government department, and those mascots will travel all over the country and all over the world and bring goodwill to each of these departments. And, like, through interaction, they'll even put on skits which will help to explain complicated issues that Americans don't care about, right? The mascots will help explain them, right? Like, which is a delightful way to reduce complexity, because I just did a video on this. If you keep complexity high, it actually discourages people caring about an issue, right? Like in order to get Americans to care about something, it is 100% required that you reduce the complexity on it. So Vivek Ramaswamy can move forward in his race to be the 2024 U.S. president by declaring that every U.S. department will get a mascot. I think this is the best way to go. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.